The backbone of what we call Quattro enhancement, of course, is the placement specialists. These are the people that, in fact, put the folks into the groups of 4, the quads. A person needs to be qualified. And to do so, they have to have 4 individuals, both at the $25 license level and the $100 license level. When they have these 4 people, 2 of them will go up to their sponsor and 2 will remain. And of course, those 2 will get them 2 and those 4 will get them 2 each. And it doubles. 4, 8, 16, 32. We know this. But we also know, just based on the numbers, that people cannot sustain nor support groups of folks that are in the thousands or the hundreds. In order to do this, we have developed a system that allows you to put placement specialists in each generation and each groups. These groups are then supported by a placement specialist that is paid very well to fill these groups for you. Now, here's an interesting point. The money that they're paid does not come out of anyone's pocket. It is simply from the proceeds of the actual people joining the program. When the person pays their license fees, some of those initial license fees go directly to the placement specialists. Once a person has their 4, they will never pay again. They will not have to be involved with another placement specialist. They do not have to continuously purchase or pay someone to fill their groups. This only happens in your initial 4. Once you have that 4, you're done. You're not paying anybody. You're not losing anything further. It's simply, from that point on, it's pure growth and pure profit. Now, but why is a placement specialist so important to you? Because we've said all along, the thing that must take place here is that we must be able to get what we're entitled to in every generation, and that is this. When a person joins your organization, now whether you call that the keeper line or your direct line or your power line, when they become part of your team, they are going to do this. They are going to give you $125 per month. And they're going to give you 2 out of their first 4 people, which that's where the growth starts. Those 2 will give you 2 and so on. Okay. But here's the key. In order for your business to survive, in order for you to make the money to get that $125 per month per affiliate, you would have to know that those people have a business that's making profit. Otherwise, they don't have the money to give you, nor would they want to. Would they not want? Why would they be involved in a business that isn't making any money? But if they are making at least $125 per month, then they are going to stay and give you what you're entitled to, and that is those monthly license fees. So your job is to make sure that these folks have thriving businesses. But what if you're dealing with 1,000 people? How do you do that? Well, in that 1,000 people, 1 out of 5, okay, basically there's going to be 20 people per 100, so that means you've got a couple hundred people in that 1,000 that are acting as placement specialists. On a one-time basis, they are paid to fill up a group of 4, a quad, and to get those people upgraded to have both licenses. They don't have to do it twice, so they have the ability then to constantly fill up groups, to bring in new placement specialists, which again they're paid for. And these individuals set about doing the exact same thing. So not only are your generations growing, but the number of people in those generations that are supporting the other individuals getting paid just to fill these groups is also growing as well. That's the logic. That's the way this works. So the placement specialist program, we're going to give you the scripts. We're going to tell you how they get paid, how they invoice. We're going to tell you how you acquire those, how you manage the leads that they're going to be using to go after the folks. All the things necessary to run this program. And keep this in mind as well. You don't have to do it yourself. As long as there's individuals in your organization who would like to take this and do that, and there will be, then you're covered. It does not have to be a program where 100% of the people have to have placement specialists. If it was, we know that wouldn't work, because if we can't count on them to get their own 4, how are we going to count on them to set up a placement specialist program? Well, obviously we don't need them to. 1 out of 5 is more than sufficient to keep us going. So, With that being the case, we've given you all the details that we feel will give you the ability to set this up and to have it grow and to continue to grow and be self-sustaining, because that's basically what Quattro enhancement is. Keep in mind, this is the prime the pump. This is to get everyone to the minimum level so that they're qualified. Then, if you will go to your back office at Infinity, you will see some fantastic programs or products that are available. The postcard systems, the auto dialers, the voice broadcasts, a lot of different things have been provided for you to take a look at. Those things are great. This is not to take away from any of those. This is simply to give you the ability to have the minimum, and that is everybody that participates giving you what you deserve. $125 a month and 2 qualified people who you can do the same with. That's the point, so that nobody fails, everybody makes money, and all we have to do is get them in the system and guarantee that what they need to have done will be done, and we basically do it for them in order for these groups to be whole and sustained and supported to the extent of being able to make this thing work at every level and at every generation.